K-Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And the Milwaukee starting five. Bobby Portis out there with Brooke Lopez. Then there's Damian Lillard. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's MP in at the shooting guard position. And for New York, Bridges and Randall make up the forwards. Brunson and DiVincenzo team up as the backcourt. And it's Robinson in at the five, roaming the paint. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
Portis outside to the paint. Here's MP. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo. Here's Brunson. Uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
2-0.
Portis outside. MP, the pass to Middleton. There's the drive. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And using that 6'7" frame to get in there and do work, Middleton will take on anybody.
Here's DiVincenzo. It's hauled in by Portis. And we're about a minute into the first. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. A big topic of conversation, Chris Middleton. Coach said Middleton is an incredible shooter. He said we cannot let him get comfortable. Shoot it directly off passes. Our goal, run Chris off that three-point line. Chris Middleton, hard to stop. Guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Brunson after the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, this is where Mitchell Robinson can make his impact on the offensive end. Get the putback with that verticality.
Lillard against Brunson. Pass to MP. Middleton outside. Clock at 6. Lillard against Brunson. Here's Lopez. And there's two. Work on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, it's just solid awareness by Brooke Lopez, working hard to get his team a second opportunity.
Here's Brunson outside. Can't hit that one. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. And it's Portis. That time on the assist by MP.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Trent, he's checked in for MP. Now here's Trent. Playing Utah, he was nearly unstoppable.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And he lobs it up top. And a big finish by Robinson.
Guys, he's such a big target on the alley-oop.
Checked in for New York. Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. MP comes in for Damian Lillard. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Knicks.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They're just feasting on fast break chances.
We've got a lot of game left, but boy, they are doing a tremendous job on the offensive glass.
So on the floor for Milwaukee, they've got MP. Pat Connaughton is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Gary Trent, and it's Lopez in at the 5. Now here's MP. 8 points in his last time out. Connaughton against Bridges. Shot's good by Connaughton. Connaughton's got 5 points. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Brunson against MP from 10 feet away. That one's wide left. The Bucks trail by 4. To the middle. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Brunson. New York has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
That's a 3-second violation.
Taking a look back at last season, the team leaders in rebounding. Number 5, the Knicks.
Boy, their rebounding last year was phenomenal. Great fundamentals, aggressive to the ball. That helped them pull down a lot of second chances.
On the wing, Connaughton. He's guarded by Bridges.
2 minutes.
Pass to Trent. 1:53 left to play in the half. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Junior.
Trent's gotten his first basket of the night.
Contested interior look for the young gun, Mr. Gary Trent Jr., making it look easy inside.
And it's in there. And the Knicks lead by 4.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks, guys. The Knicks went all in this summer, trading with their rivals, the Brooklyn Nets, for Mikal Bridges, and reuniting a core that won collegiate championships together. They hope to replicate that success at this level, and now with perhaps the league's top defensive wing tandem, they'll have a chance.
A big-time move. Shams, appreciate the report. And so it's Milwaukee with it after the basket by New York on the other end. Here's Middleton. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Middleton's got his second basket.
Yeah, whether it's his passing or scoring, Middleton will pick you apart in the two-man game.
Pass to Hart. 3-pointer off the mark. Bucks trail by 4. Connaughton outside. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Middleton. Now here's Lopez. Good work defensively by Robinson.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Here's Brunson. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Yes, it's good.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Fires away from way outside. It's not going to go for him. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Knicks out in front, up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Jalen Brunson. What a contribution.
Yeah, I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Brunson and DiVincenzo team up as the backcourt. Bridges and Randall make up the forwards. And it's Robinson in at the 5 down low. That's Tom Thibodeau's 5 as we get going in the second half. Here's DiVincenzo after the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Lillard passes to Middleton. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, There are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, Parker.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. Ian?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. Brunson misses.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
DiVincenzo against Portis. Inside, here's MP. Randall pulls down the board.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Doris, how about the emergence of Jalen Brunson? The Knicks got him as a free agent.
BA is incredible because the Knicks, when they signed him back in the summer of 2022, many voices were out there saying it's an overpay, you paid Jalen too much. Well, guess what? All NBA performer, and that contract looks like a bargain.
And some changes here for New York. Achua's check. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. On the floor for Milwaukee. They've got Brook Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with MP. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Prince in at the 3. Offensive rebound. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
69-52.
And here's Lillard. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Launches it. And Prince with the bucket on the assist by Lillard.
3 points.
Lillard's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They trail by 14. Down low. MP uses the glass to finish the layup.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Now here's DiVincenzo. From 10 feet away. Goes back up. The kick out to Brunson. For 3, Bridges. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, Mikal Bridges has done a lot of damage from that exact spot in his career. The corner 3 is for me, he says.
Here's Prince.
2 minutes.
Kicks it out to Middleton.
2 minutes.
And it's Milwaukee scoring again.
Yeah, as good as anyone on the catch and shoot, Middleton deposits another J.
Brunson looks it over, and the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
New York making a switch here. Randall is checked in. Bobby Portis is checked in for Milwaukee. Now here's MP. It's Middleton on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Bridges. Middleton, no good. They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
DiVincenzo can't hit.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Lillard passes to Middleton. A minute 6 left in the fourth. Good work there as it goes.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Knicks.
Man, the bench brought lots of energy tonight.
I'll tell you, when your reserves can score like that, it puts your team in a great position to win.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They show tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups between these two should be fun.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Mitchell Robinson.
And I love how active he was on the glass. Not afraid to get physical and do whatever he could do to grab boards.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And Brunson gets it to go.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Lillard left side, out to the wing, and here's Lopez from the arc. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
And so New York takes this one by a big margin. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everybody.
Take me to the dark side, baby. Stuck inside a daydream lately. Hold me on the dark side, hold me on the dark side, only on...
It's homecoming season in my team. Welcome to season 7 of NBA 2K25.
Hey, that's the new domination tier.
It is, and if you grab 33 wins against themed teams from different cities, states, countries, and continents, there's going to be a prize for you.
Well, if you're successful, you'll bring home 1985's scoring champion, Dark Matter Bernard King. He can really wreck the rim and your opponents.
Oh, he sure can, and if you need another Dark Matter, and oh, don't we all, Level 1 reward Donovan Mitchell can Evo there. Use Spyro and set off a whole web of trouble for opposing teams.
New Yorkers will be delighted this season, adding a little more edge at guard with level 10 Opal John Starks.
Oh, what a playmaker. And how about the agile big man Amari Stoudemire at level 20? And hey, Sasha, is that a 100 overall reward at level 30?
It is. And that's Willis Reed, the MVP of the 1970 season, about to bring you victories right here.
A Sunday afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. Horford and Porzingis are manning the post positions. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. And for the Bucks, Portis is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's MP in at the 2. Greg, we've got 2 of the top offensive teams in this one.
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end. tonight, defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
So Boston wins the tip. Now White. And stolen by Portis. Fast break, Milwaukee. A pull-up. Shot's good by Middleton.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Pass to Brown. Holiday, no one around him. Good on the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Now, here's Brown. Five on the clock. Pass to Horford. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. White the pass to Horford. Back to White. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
I like that from White. Attack in the heart of that defense.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Now here is Holiday. The pass to Brown. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Portis. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, sometimes the matchups just aren't in your favor no matter what you do. And it seems like your opponent does it better.
Yeah, it wasn't a close one. And sometimes that's the kind of loss you'd rather have because it really gets the attention of your player. Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Kept alive. MP kicks to Lopez. Back to MP. Second chance shot. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
Yeah, showing absolutely zero fear as he goes right at the bigger defender.
Now here is Holiday. They get it back. Brown kicks to White.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Back to Brown. Holiday inside the line. They get it back. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Middleton the pass to Portis. 1:41 left here in the opening quarter. He can't get that one. Nice D from Porzingis. Brown wide open. He fires. Boston, no good that time either.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
MP dishes to Lillard. Puts up a deep three. Boston grabs the miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's good for 2.
What a graceful shot by White, showing he's got that floater in his arsenal.
And the Bucks decide to take their first time out here. And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hard-working. I don't even think he realized he could be this.
He's checked in for the Bucks. White, he's checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Pritchard. So with Lillard on the bench, Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. We've got Bobby Portis. Pat Connaughton is out there with Torian Prince. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's MP in at the point guard position. Here's White. Milwaukee with the rebound. Portis has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
2 points. That one goes. Prince has got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can't be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. And that one's good from Connaughton. And it's an 11-point Milwaukee lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Brown against Connaughton. Brown kicks to White. Shoots the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
3 points.
White's got 9.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. This offense just continues to impress.
Connaughton against Brown. From deep three-point land. No good on the shot. And so it's Milwaukee with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
A big round of applause for your Bucks Youth Dance Team.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Chris Middleton has really been making it happen, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
On the court for the Celtics, White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. Horford and Porzingis are manning the post position. And it's Holiday in at the 1. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Pass to Middleton. Dishes to MP. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Torian Prince, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Green comes in for Chris Middleton. DeJuan Wright, he's checked in for Gary Trent. And MP subbed in for Lillard. Then for the Celtics, Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Porzingis. Tillman comes in for Al Horford. And it's White in for Pritchard. To the paint, here's Lopez. Another shot. It's hauled in by Cornett. Celtics trail by 13. Brown outside. .23 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's Milwaukee now. And so MV will bring it up for the Bucks. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. And Holiday throws it down.
And great awareness and defensive pressure from White to force that turnover and get them that fast break chance.
MP kicks to Prince. Launches it. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists in the game. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Bucks ahead. They lead by 14. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee.
The Celtics, 53.
And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
Substitution on the
He's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Drew Holiday. Milwaukee leading by 14. Damian Lillard out there with MP. Then it's Gary Trent. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Lopez in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Here's Lillard. Trent with the wide open look. Buries it from 3-point range.
Yeah, that's outstanding. Tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead this team.
And here is Brown.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Free throw good from Brown. Well, Coach, Boston has been so close to that 18th NBA championship banner, finally able to win the title last season.
Yeah, they've been to the conference finals 6 times in the last 8 years. Lost in the 2022 finals. They got over the top with 2 additions. Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. Those guys really helped.
Trent finds Lillard, deflects the pass, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Lillard with the bucket.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Brown outside. Wide open. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Milwaukee.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Damian Lillard.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Lillard looking around. In the corner, it's MP. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, Coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
To the middle, here's MP. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Bucks lead by 19.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching.